Okay, Charlie,
Hi, how's it going?
did the EP.
We did.
How many EPs have we done now?
It's going to be number 3, technically.
3?
Yeah.
Is it number 3?
Because Like We Know was kind of like a 3-track EP. Kind of counts.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah,
that was the
yeah.
first EP,
Yes.
wasn't it? Crikey.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Right then. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk song by song then.
Yeah.
So the first one then, New Life.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about it, about the song and how it came to be?
Yeah, so New Life kind of started off like the whole EP. I think I started writing it just as I got to uni, and it was kind of like in a new city and there was lots going on. And it was exciting, but it was also kind of like being thrown in alone and a little bit lost.
Yeah.
But I feel like as the song was writing itself, like I was getting used to being in a city, so it's kind of like just like growing into a city,
Yeah.
finding that new sort of world up there.
Because it is like a chapter in your life, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, and it's
That was
it's
literally a
big
new
stage.
page.
Yeah.
No, that's cool then. So how did you find Bristol?
I think I really enjoyed it. It's like a lovely music scene up there, and I got to know people really quickly. So I think it's just a wonderful place to be for making new music and like you say, starting a new chapter. Yeah.
New Life was like the first song we did, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
And like, what did it kind of come out as you expected it to?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was really impressed with how he built it up, especially with the instrumentation. I think as it kind of crescendos into that final middle 8, like we did a really good job of gathering instrumentation and building it up, and especially like dropping everything out before the middle 8, so it just went to vocals and then bringing it back in. Like I really loved how the track built, and used like the steel drum in it and things like that. And it was really cool to just add little embellishments that when I was first writing it I didn't really imagine. It came out really well. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Was it like, is there anything like challenging on that track that you thought like, or nothing? Did it come together pretty much as you expected it to?
It's quite a slow track, so it's quite a long track as well, and so finding ways. I think a lot of that track is about the lyricism, and so finding ways to bring the instrumentation in and keep it building and keep it interesting was definitely like the hard point, because it's the same strumming pattern and relatively the same chords. So I think just finding ways to keep it interesting for the listener.
That's it. Yeah. I think I found that. I was like, right, because I knew the structure of the song was like. I think we do that in a lot of your songs, where it's going to be. Well, you want it to be like you, because that's what you are as an acoustic musician. But obviously, the production, like most things, is to build the track as it goes through.
Yeah.
And so I found that I was like, okay, how can we keep the momentum building, but still stay true to what what the song is?
Definitely. Yeah.
We did it. I think we did it pretty
so,
well.
Yeah, I was really pleased with it. Yeah.
And I think Brookie did a good job in crashing in on the second verse.
Absolutely, yeah. The way the drums come in, because we had the log at the start, or what we call the log is like a little foot stomping pedal, and after that, when the drums come in, it just swells up so much, and it's a brilliant way to kind of differentiate the first and second verse. They work great. So Brookie did a brilliant job with that. Yeah. Okay.
Was there any particularly fun part of that song that you thought like that was your favourite thing, or that was a moment that's like, oh, that's a highlight for me?
I think just like going into the middle 8 is so much fun, because the song kind of builds up its pace and it really finishes it off on like a high note. And although the song like has certain lyrics that are kind of a little bit sad, it kind of warms up to the end, and it's definitely like a really nice way to finish the track and kind of start off the EP as a whole. So I really enjoyed that bit for sure. But what about you? Did you enjoy any bits in particular?
I always love. I think what's nice for me about doing these tracks is that obviously you come with a pretty much complete song.
Yeah.
And we always do what we do is like we map out the song, don't we? So we kind of you can't try and get the guitars down and get the vocals down, or a rough vocal down, and then we kind of you do what you think is going to be there, the bass, maybe simple keys, and then it's like, right, where are the holes? And that's always the fun bit. It's a challenging bit, but it is the fun bit, because when you get to that point where you're like, oh, that sounds really good, that you know, at the end of the day, you know, when you start the day, you're like, oh god, I don't know where to begin.
Yes.
And then when you're driving home, you're playing it, and you're like, oh my god, it sounds so much different.
Coming together.
I think that's the fun bit. I mean, if we're going to be showing you some footage as we're talking about these tracks. Some of it's a bit blurry.
Yes, some of it's a bit weird.
I think you were filming it, and I don't think you focused it a little bit, but that's all right. You get the idea. But I think, you can kind of see that there was a lot of just experimentation. I think we wanted to do something a bit different with this EP.
Yes.
Because I wanted to record the acoustic guitars slightly different to how we've done it before, so it gives its own unique voice.
Yeah.
And
we've got the new guitar as well, made by James Millman, which was like really cool. So that it was kind of like kicked
fresh
off the EP.
strings.
Yeah.
The first drum you did, it was like, oh yeah, it was
Sounds
a very,
good.
very, very like cool sound. Brookie did a fantastic job on the drums, as always. And I was doing bass, which I love doing bass because that was kind of that was just holding the groove. And I think you had a really cool idea about adding these interesting piano parts.
Yes.
Because you thought there's some spaces.
Yeah.
And you took inspiration from who is it?
It was it's a song called "Next to You" by John Vincent. And just finding ways to fill that out because we were talking about, it's quite a slow song and it's quite open. And just finding ways to keep that interest within it. It's really cool. Yeah.
Sweet. And you've got a music video coming out.
Yes, for the track.
Can you tell anyone anything about it?
It's going to be weird. That's what I'm going to say. It's going to be very weird, very funky, and very colourful.
It's abstract.
Super abstract.
Okay, I love that. I love that.
It's quite exciting. Yeah.
Wicked. All right, should we leave it there?
I reckon so. Yeah, nice one.